Over 300 million spent in the January transfer window, and still Chelsea 0, Fulham 0. Let's dive into the tactical analysis and review of the game, and we'll do it bit by bit. First, we look into Chelsea's defense. Chelsea started with a flat 4-4-2 defense. So when they were defending the ball, they were in a flat 4-4-2 where Havertz and Mount were triggering the press. Although overall defensively, I thought the team was good. Chelsea did a good job. They conceded 0 big chances, 5 shots inside the box, and about 0.6 xg, which is decent looking at the team. Two players who stood out for me in the defense was one, Thiago Silva. For obvious reasons, he's very good. And when partnered with Badiashile, it was amazing. I think Badiashile is one of the upcoming stars in the Premier League and in the world as well. He did a phenomenal job. He's very composed with the ball. He's very good in his decision making. He's fast and he looks very sturdy when he's defending. So he had about 6 clearances and 5 recoveries, which is great. I think the numbers speak for himself and the performance did speak for himself as well. When they were transitioning the ball, Enzo Fernandez dropped into a back 3 and they were in a situation of 5, in a 3-5-2 situation, or sometimes in a 2-5-3 situation, as they say, or 2-3-5 as you say. So Enzo Fernandez again, what a signing. I mean, it was only one game and you can't judge off like Chelsea as a whole in one game, but Enzo Fernandez is here to stay. Such a brilliant guy, such a composed, tactically brilliant guy. About 10 recoveries, 8 clearances, 7 long balls. Passing accuracy is about 88%. The numbers are phenomenal again. So Enzo Fernandez is a player who can drop deep, collect the ball, and in an instance with a turn, he's launching long balls into the field. So when you look at this, again, he received the ball from the back line, turned, saw there was a space, put the ball ahead into the space as a long ball, and it was a counter attack. It was launched immediately by Enzo Fernandez. A lot of such transitions and great balls spread across on the wings as well. So Enzo was crucial, very crucial in the developing phase of the attack. Although what I felt was Enzo was slightly at times alone. So Mount and Gallagher weren't dropping that deep. So they were given more of a 1-1 situation or a push ahead situation where they would even come in instead of the wingers and make long runs late inside the box. I felt that Enzo Fernandez, if he paired up with someone more defensively who could stay back, and Enzo is given more of a free roam role, I think that could work more for him. And still overall, I think he did a good job. But I think overall, the attacking plan was when they were transitioning the ball, it was a 3-4-3 into the build-up where the fullbacks were wide. Enzo was dropping, I think the Mount and Gallagher midfield and the 3 forward players ahead. When they had position in the opponent half, it was more of a 3 where Enzo was dropping, midfield 5 and up top 2 situation, or at times just 2, 3 and 5 where there are 5 fullbacks on the outside and the wingers on the inside in the half space. That was essentially Chelsea's attacking plan. Another important thing that Chelsea did was, and they were trying to do this a lot to open Fulham's backline, was playing a lot of long balls. So there were 3 big chances created, all of them through long balls. Balls over the top, vertical passes. So this was something that I think Graham Potter planned, looking at Fulham's high press and high line, and it was happening very often. So it was clearly a tactical plan and thought that Graham Potter had put into the game. This is when Gallagher had the ball, he turned around and he played the long ball over the top, a vertical long ball to Fofana, where he had a clear chance. If he squared the ball to Havertz, it would have been a short goal. He was past the keeper, but unfortunately he took the shot and he got defended. I think Ream defended on the line and it got saved, so Chelsea couldn't score that opportunity as well. But again, clear-cut plan by Graham Potter. Exploit their high line, put in 2 wingers in the half space, make them make runs. If they are dropping deep, ask Mount and Gallagher, who are number 8s, make late runs inside the box, which is happening a lot. Gallagher, especially Mount, in fact, not much of Gallagher, but Mount was making a lot of those runs inside the box late. And Havertz was clear instructions: stay high on the onside line, make late runs as much as possible, make runs so that you get the ball and you try to score. He had about 3 big chances to himself, and all of them came through such opportunities. Although one big flaw in terms of attack and development of the attack I saw in the Chelsea team was when they were having the ball and controlling the ball in their half or maybe around the halfway line, Cucurella and Mudryk were in the same line and the same space, same with James and Ziyech. So when they were trying to overlap, it was a bit of a confusion. They were cramped up in that space. Instead, where Mudryk could have been in the half space and same with Ziyech could have been in the half space, opening up more passes. This was completely missing in the Chelsea attack for a long period of time. This did change when Sterling came in. So that time Cucurella was pushed into the midfield 3, but he was staying inside. Sterling was made out wide. Mount was asked to play in the central area. Gallagher again was pushed. So then Mount was playing in the half space. That changed when Sterling came on. He was asked to stay way wide and not come inside at all. I think there was a tactical change when he made the substitutions. But again, should have been with Mudryk and Ziyech as well, because they were trying to exploit the half space in the opposition half very late when they regained positions or had a long spell of positions. But they could have done this when they're even transitioning the play, and that could open up the team even more. Apart from this, I didn't see a lot from the Chelsea attack. Again, relying too much on certain tactics, it could work. So Havertz could have scored and Mount could have scored as well. Enzo had a good shot, Gallagher had a good shot as well. But at the end, it's 0-0. And one big problem I see ahead is team selection. So Graham Potter, even last season when he was at Brighton, when there was a 5 substitution rule, he made the most substitutions in the team. He made the most number of changes in the team per match. Now I see this as a problem for the Chelsea team, because it's a new group of players where they are new to each other. They are new signings. They haven't spent a lot of time. And if Graham Potter keeps changing the lineup again and again, if he doesn't play the lineup regularly, I don't think the team will gel so easily. So they need to be a set 11, a first 11 has to be given more time together to play more matches together, and a rhythm has to be set between them. A player to point out, I think, was Mount. He was absolutely awful yesterday. He was not impressive. He was not looking fit. His body language was not good. And in the number 8 role, he was initially started as a cam, but I think Gallagher was given more of that freedom, and he was dropping slightly more deeper. Just making late runs, but again, he was collecting the ball more deeper, and he was not really good. So maybe Mount could be dropped, and I think Felix could fit in there. Maybe they start with an up top 2 with Havertz and Felix. He has to try a formula. He has to try a formation and stick to it for at least 5 to 6 games. Give the first 11 chance to gel up, to look good, and to create some chemistry between them. At this moment, that they are good individual players, but there's absolutely no chemistry between them. So that's going to be a problem with the Chelsea lineup, because you have so many big stars. They all want and demand game time, and that's going to be an issue going ahead into the season. But again, still way away from a top 4 challenge. A lot of people, a lot of Chelsea fans, including me, thought that this might be a good boost, a good fixture run, good January window, good players coming in. But again, still lack of finishing. There's huge lack of finishing. Havertz is decent, but he's not the best striker you want in your team. So that's going to be a huge issue with Chelsea at this moment, and I don't know how Potter is going to fix it. How quickly will he fix it? But again, I think the system will remain the same, 4-2-3-1 in attack and possibly a flat 4-4-2 in defense. Yeah, that's about it. Chelsea vs Fulham 0-0. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you thought about new players that Chelsea has signed. And if you like this video, if you watched it till the end, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We make such content, and we make a lot of FPL content as well. So if you're into that, please follow some more. Thank you.